Hello, and welcome to the Beginner's Guide to Gamification, episode number 6. This is Chou, and I'm excited to get the game started. Last week we introduced the 4 experience phases of a game. Now let's take a look at how to apply Octalysis through the 4 experience phases of a game into one holistic system. Hopefully, once you see it in action and you see how the phases evolve, you'll be able to use Octalysis level 1 by yourself and create a lot of value. Today we're going to look at the GPS app called Waze, W-A-Z-E. Waze takes an otherwise boring concept of a GPS, you turn left, turn right, and get to your destination, into something actually fun and engaging.
They did such an amazing job that they have a 5-star average in the App Store from thousands and thousands of people.
Let's check out how they did it! Here we always start off with Octalysis, with the Waze logo in the middle. We first think about the discovery phase. How do people find out about the app? Generally, people discover an app because they searched it in the App Store, they read about it on TechCrunch, or their friend just came about it and said, "Hey, look, this is a super awesome app. You gotta use it!" To start off, Waze has the appeal of any general GPS, which has very strong value in development and accomplishment. When you make the right turn, you get closer and closer to your destination. You feel like there's progress. And when you finally get to that destination, you feel highly accomplished. Now, adding smart GPS stuff that factors in traffic, that allows you to get to places faster, you feel even smarter. On the flip side of that, it obviously appeals to the core drive of loss and avoidance. You don't want to get lost. But more than that, why would people choose Waze over other navigation apps?
That's where unpredictability and curiosity plays a small part in game mechanics, because people are wondering, hey, what's this cute little app? I thought that's just about a GPS. Why is there a cute little smiley thing in the icon? And so people might download it just because they're curious. It does seem refreshing.
Wow, a user-generated GPS? How does that work? It's really interesting. Waze made a huge effort to make driving together fun. You can drive together and see where your friends are. And that's why your friends are inviting you to join Waze. They know where to pick you up. They know how fast you're driving, where you are, and they can prepare dinner 10 minutes before you arrive. Whoa, my eyes look so stretched out with this eye gear that I look like an Asian dude. And of course, the more people using it, the better the data.
By design, Waze makes their users want to invite their friends to use it.
Here, as you can see in Octalysis, we have inputted everything we've talked about up to this point in the discovery phase. And once you download Waze, it quickly jumps into the onboarding phase of a game. Waze actually starts very heavily on the epic meaning and calling core drive, as it introduces a game mechanic called the Humanity Hero, where you see how traffic is elicited like two beasts and we are working together to beat traffic. In that sense, you are not just driving to a location. You are helping humanity beat this monster, and you feel obligated to use Waze and contribute to the community. At this stage, you will also see cute graphics and big buttons to make it a little bit more playful, to feel a little bit fun. The various avatars you can select, as well as other funny Wazers that are on the maps, also as well as those points you can get, are interesting to look at, but at that point they don't really drive user behavior. In fact, it could be a little bit distracting. You also don't want to invite your friends yet.
In fact, for most games, no one wants to invite their friends until the scaffolding phase.
You should stop harassing your users when they first join. However, upon driving for a little bit, you will start to see the work of the community. You now feel accomplished and smart because you have just gained some intel from this community. Warning, there's a cop ahead. There's crap ahead on the road.
Warning! There's heavy traffic ahead.
This is where you get your first feelings of, hey, this is kind of cool. This is a feeling you don't get from other navigation apps. When you benefit a few times from user contribution, you'll start to feel like you want to, give back a little bit too and contribute back to the community, depending on what player type you are. This is what I call the thank you economy, which is a term coined by Gary Vaynerchuk of One Library TV. Go check out his book. It's awesome and crushing it. Anyway, you start to share some info about the car that's stuck on the side of the road.
And then, wow! You suddenly get some contribution points for contributing to the community. You did something that you feel is right. You feel like you did something good, and you got points for it. You now feel doubly good about yourself.
Then suddenly, a random stranger who is also driving in the same city thank you for your contribution.
Now you feel triply good about yourself.
You now have a sense of well-being.
That was a really fun driving experience.
You have successfully completed the onboarding process and will start to use Waze more the next time you drive. Oh, and of course, time to leave an awesome 5-star positive feedback in the App Store. This is also the best time to send a message saying, Waze is the best with friends. Invite your friends now so you can do XYZ together. Woo! And that was our quick analysis for Phase 2, the onboarding process. So now we update our Octalysis chart where we added in the social thanks, the humanity hero, the knights working together beating traffic, real-time intel, points of contribution. We get that all into the system. And then we are ready for scaffolding.
Now is the time for scaffolding.
Sorry, Eddie. Due to a lack of time, we won't be going into the scaffolding phase in this episode, and we'll be ending right here. In the next episode, we will finish the entire Octalysis process on Waze, and also we'll get to see a lot more exciting scenes of the places I went, of crazy animals, and also some serious injuries that are scary and dangerous. Hope you have fun, and may the gamification be upon you.